When you're fishing ledges, is it important how you position your boat? Well, obviously we know that is. What makes it important how you position your boat? Yeah, let's ask that question. Good morning, guys and girls. August 23. My goodness. Where is 2022 going anyway? Genesis 26:12. This is back at the start of the Bible. This is where the Bible began. Isaac sowed in that land, and he reaped in that very same year. Isaac sowed, and he reaped in that very same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. Isaac sowed, and he reaped 100-fold. 100 times more than he planted. One of the interesting things about this sport is the way that fish reproduce. It's amazing to me. Fish reproduce more fish by the thousands, hundreds of thousands. A bass, all of y'all have filleted bass, and you've seen bass and crappie, and you see how many eggs there are, and there's just like thousands and thousands. When we see bass spawn, we see all these little bass, and there's hundreds and thousands of little bass in a school of one bass fry. Now, the reason that happens is not a very big percentage of those make it to adulthood, so God provides, and he does this so we would have fish for food. He created fish so we would have fish to eat. With programs like Catch and Release that we've instituted because of bass fishing been a part of most everybody's life, pretty much all their lives now. We have size limits, we have quantity limits, and we have superior water conditions. Things like all of the water conservation deals that people like Johnny Morris at Bass Pro Shop and all of us professional fishermen have been involved in for so many years to make the water better, to make the water quality better. American waters are teeming with fish. Can I tell you? Fishing is better now than it's ever been in my lifetime. And I've lived longer than most of you. But fishing is great. I mean, we have more fish in our waters than we can ever imagine. God showed us in today's verse, early on in the Bible, Genesis, what happens when we sow the seeds of God. This is an example when he was talking about Isaac sowing seed and he reaped 100-fold. What happens when we sow the seeds of God? He will bless them. He will bless them. He will increase our sowing by 100-fold, by 1,000-fold. When we sow kindness, he will multiply that. He'll give us kindness in return. When we sow love, he will multiply that. When we spread joy, when we spread peace, when we spread happiness, God blesses it and God multiplies it. So the more good things of God that we want to have in our life, in our family's life, in our occupation, in our career, the more good things we want to have, we sow those ourselves. God grabs a hold of it, multiplies it 100-fold, 1,000-fold. When we sow offerings, when we sow tithes, when we write our check to 10% tithe and add whatever we want to it for offering, God will bless it. He blesses it in an amazing way. He multiplies that money. We might give $10 or $20 or $100 or $1,000 or whatever. God will multiply that and make that worth a whole lot more than what it was if we'd have taken that money and spent it ourselves. Whatever your heart desires, this is the key thing. Whatever your heart desires, whatever you want out of your life, sow that seed today. Whatever you want. You want more love in your life? Sow love. You want more joy, more peace, more happiness? Sow that and watch God bless it 100-fold this very year. This very year. And we've used up more of the year than we have left. But God will still bless it 100-fold in 2022. Wow, that's a great scripture, isn't it? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I love it. Golly. I like that. That's going to change the way I do some things the rest of the year. I guarantee you right there. All right, here's our tip for today when fishing ledges that have current. And if you're fishing even a man-made lake, now if you're fishing river ledges, obviously there's current there. Even a man-made lake, those are built on rivers and creeks. If you're fishing a man-made lake that has current, position your boat downstream and cast upstream from the fish. So if you've got current coming this way, the fish are going to be facing that way. You want to face your current upstream and cast where the fish, the way they're designed, the way they're built, they are facing into the current. So you want to make sure that your bait is coming into those fish. So you want to position your boat. Cast upstream so your bait is coming with the current when you're fishing ledges. Make sure your bait is coming with the current, because that's the way the fish are facing. They're able to see out better that way than they are behind them. Can't see behind them. I can't see behind me. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. And remember, golly.